he knows that there's some pastime will happen. So when Pulistamani is carrying him, he does in such a way that forcing Pulistamani to stop by the will of providence. So uh, Pulistamani had to take some rest, because in this pastime, sometimes you might forget some things. He knew that he shouldn't be stopping, but at that time he forgot that he shouldn't be stopping. So he stopped. And that way stop was in Vraja. So as you can see, it's all happening with a reason behind. So he put Govardhan there, and he took some rest. Now afterwards, when he decided to go back, the mountain didn't want to move. Govardhan didn't want to move, because the condition was that once you put it somewhere, then that's it, right? So Pulistamani, he realized that there was something not right. So he got really upset, and he said that he cursed Govardhan, that because you did not um, do the right thing, I'm cursing you that every day you will decrease by the size of a mustard grain. So, and then you will shrink, and then in 10,000 years, you won't exist at all. So that's why, if you've been to Govardhan, you will see that it's not that big now. It is still a hill, but it used to be really, really big before. It was 64 miles by 40 miles by 16 miles high, right? So it was a big mountain, but every year it's decreasing. So today, if you go and do the parikrama, it is about 21 kilometers to go do the parikrama of Govardhan. So that's how Govardhan came in Vrindavan from the Himalaya, and then afterwards in Vraja, so Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherd people there, they used to celebrate, or they used to have a ritual where they used to offer um, different offerings to Lord Indra, to thank Lord Indra for the rain and that he was used to shower, so that they were able to produce the grains, and that was their livelihood. So that was an annual thing where they would do that ritual. But then Lord Krishna, he saw that this wasn't making any sense. So he went and spoke with Nanda Maharaj. He said, why are you doing this annual ritual of offering all of this to Lord Indra, right? Because the real person that we should be giving all the honor is Govardhan Hill, because Govardhan is the one who is providing all of this to us. All the cows are going on Govardhan Hill, on Giriraj to they are getting their grass. They were getting water from there. It's giving us shade, and like this, we should be praying to Govardhan. And why should we be praying to Indra? Now, Lord Krishna was only 7 years old, and there are certain rituals that we do, like we don't even think, and then we keep doing. And suddenly imagine a 7-year-old boy coming and telling you, stop doing what you have been doing for hundreds of years. It's I don't think it's really, but Krishna was so convincing, right, that they could not say no, because they saw that he was right. So they all decided to pray to Govardhan. So what they did is they offered all the nice preparations and everything that was done to Giri Govardhan, right? And then after that, they did a parikrama, and it was a big festival, right? And Giriraj, at that time, Lord Krishna, he took the form, a giant form, and he accepted all the bhoga, that was offered to him. And they kept offering, and even they ran out of prasad, of bhoga. They had to go and keep preparing, and until somebody said, put a tulsi leaf, and then Giri Govardhan was okay. He was satisfied. So that's why when we offer, we should always put tulsi leaves, because Tulsi Maharani is very dear to Lord Krishna. So the powerful lesson what we have here is that sometimes the greatest gift that we have is around us, right? Just like they realized that the villagers, they appreciated Govardhan, right? Because it was there. We have to appreciate what we have, instead of sometimes trying to get more and more and more and more, which never ends. Sometimes we can appreciate what we have, right? So the circumambulation that we will do also later happen to express the gratitude and reverence. So what is it's called the Annakud. Annakud means a mountain of food, and later we will see that there's nice decoration. I was told don't say too much, keep it a surprise. So we'll keep it a surprise, and we'll do a parikrama of that. Now, what happened after that? Indra got angry because they were praying to him every year. The demigods, they rely on those prayers. It's a great thing for them. Suddenly it was stopped, so he got really angry. Now, during the destruction time, there is some of these rain that come in are devastating, is what Indra sent. So it is called, anybody knows what are the rains called that is used during devastation? What's, yeah, Samavartaka rain. So that's like, imagine like pillars, not the rain, like pillars of rain. Those kind of, were being showered. And he also came on his elephant, whose elephants, the Aravat, and he had like these thunderbolts. He was throwing, sending all of those thunderbolts, those heavy rain. And at that time, all the villagers got really worried, and they went to see Lord Krishna and said, Krishna, protect us. So then Krishna said, don't worry, I will protect you. So Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill with his left pinky like this, and then everybody went and took shelter underneath the Govardhan hill. So for 7 days and 7 nights, Indra kept sending all these rains, but nobody was hurt or injured. Everybody was protected under the Govardhan hill. Even whatever was on top of Govardhan, even those plants or anything didn't get any scratch. Because why? Because they were all protected by Krishna. So when we have those storms coming to us in our life, if we go and we reach out to Krishna and we ask for his help, Lord Krishna certainly will help us. You will see that just by sharing with him, just by opening with him, just by surrendering to him, that obstacles that we have, Krishna will help us to overcome that. Yeah, maybe they will be there, but you will have some kind of strength to bear that, and then afterwards, slowly it will pass on, right? So after that, after those 7 days and 7 nights, Lord Indra, he realizes that Krishna is not an ordinary boy, right? So then he realized that there must be something more than that. So then he goes and he asks for forgiveness to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna forgives him. Like I was saying, the demigods, they are not bad people. It happens that sometimes they get, in this case, it was a pastime, right? It's for our own learning, so we can learn from it. So sometimes these things are happening in the spiritual world. Uh, and Indra goes with Surabhi cow, and they perform an abhishek, and they begs for forgiveness, and then they all go back to their abode, right? So this is kind of the pastime about Govardhan Hill. It's it's a nice pastime where we learn three key things. First is have faith in Krishna. When the rains were falling, all those villagers, they had faith in Krishna. They knew that Krishna was there, nothing will happen to them. So they went and Krishna protected them. So when things are happening, when challenges are coming, because there will be challenges, it's not a matter of if it will happen, you know, it's just a matter of when it will happen, right? All of us, how many of us can say that they've never had some challenges in their life? Anybody here? Right? So we all go. When these challenges happen, then we can reach out to Krishna because he's always ready to help us. Second is humility. Like uh, Indra, right? Indra, because he's the king of the heaven, he had all the opulence, he had everything that he wanted, so he became puffed up. Just to teach him a lesson, what Krishna showed this pastime. Similarly, we have to learn from it that we have to keep our egos in check. When we have things, when we have the opulence and everything, we should not get puffed up. We have to always keep uh, um, a check. Even, for example, it could be material achievement or even spiritual achievement. Sometimes we start to brag, we start to say we did this, right? So we should always be humble. And third is we should be grateful. Like Lord Krishna was saying, instead of going and praying to Indra, we should pray to Giriraj, because Giriraj is providing everything to us. So we have to also respect the nature or protect the nature, right? So when we do that, then will see that Krishna will lift our mountains if we turn towards him. All the mountains that we have, Krishna will lift it. And next time we are in a stormy situation, we can just reach out to the Lord and say, please help us, and then he will take care of us. So that's the pastime of Govardhan Puja. It's it in many temples everywhere they are doing this puja, and in certain places they have um, like yesterday in Brampton they had about 500 offerings. So in certain places they have more. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of whatever you can, you come in and offer to the Lord. And later on, please participate in doing the parikrama. I will recite a verse, if Prabhu allows, and also read the pastimes. If you there's a book called Krishna Book. In that book also, you can even read these pastimes to your children. These are like good bedtime stories as well, right? So you can read these pastimes from the Krishna Book or from Bhagavatam, and this is they will learn a lot, right? Okay, so we'll stop here, and if there is any questions or anybody wants to add anything to it, we can always take that. Yes. So from 10 to 10 mostly, because this is where you have all these kind of pastimes. So Prabhupada took whatever is there, so he wrote it in a very nice, easy to read. Yeah, yeah.
Any other question? Prabhuji.
You mentioned that whenever we are in trouble, we should seek help from Krishna. How do we do that?
Yes, so how do we seek help? I mean, there are different ways. I would say, first of all, by coming here, you're associating with devotees, you're taking the darshan of Lord Krishna. You can talk to him. So that's one way. I'm sure you all have a small place at home where you do your prayers, you can pray. But in this day and age, what has been recommended is to do some chanting. The chanting, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When you chant this mantra, you're connecting directly to the Lord. And you will see that when you start chanting, He will help you. He will help you with finding the solution, or just bearing that whatever challenges is coming up, so that you can pass. Because even in the Bhagavad Gita, it says just like the weather, there's winter and summer, right? It comes and goes. When you're going through some difficult moment, that would not last long. After some time, it will change, it will go. But during that time, what is needed is some tolerance. Just tolerate it. Yes, you do your whatever you have to do, like you do your effort, but if you tolerate this, after some time it will pass. But if you reach out to the Lord, you chant the Mahamantra, and then you associate with like-minded people, like devotees, you will see that that those issues that you thought were big, they are actually not that big. It's sometimes when we are in this situation, we keep thinking about it. But if you engage our mind and our senses in serving the Lord, then that problem doesn't. You won't see this as a big problem. You won't even think about it. So, and then that tolerance is there, and then you see after some time it will just go. Right.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other question, comment?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I just want to talk about the bhoga. When we prepare the bhog for Krishna Radhe Krishna so people says that you should not taste it before you offer the bhoga to Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
But why can't we taste before? If we taste that, we can know that if it's perfect or not, the salt is less or sweet is not I would accordingly if we'll take the example of Shabri. Mata Shabri. So Sri Ram loved her a lot and he gave her moksha because she tastes every single thing to check if it's good for her God, for Sri Ram. She doesn't want to give him imperfect taste, or it should not be sour, or it's not be bitter. That's why she tasted that the fruits. So why don't we consider that thing for in our life also, that if we'll taste it, then we can offer perfect if you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I understand, and it's a very common question. It's a very good question also. So Shabri was a great devotee, and we cannot imitate, right? There are certain devotees who are at a certain level we cannot imitate. The reason why we don't taste before we offer, because what we offer is bhog, and afterwards when we get that back, it becomes prasadam, right? So Lord Krishna said that if you offer me, anything, a fruit, flower, water, then if you eat this afterwards, then all your sins will be gone, right? So you don't want to eat before Krishna has eaten. I know you're saying that it's a challenge, you want to do the best, but you will see that when you have that desire to make the best for Krishna, the right amount of salt and spice will be there. There's so many Matajis who've been cooking without tasting. You can ask them how to do it, but you will see that something will happen eventually with time, that it's just a matter of having that faith, that desire, that you want to prepare something nice for Krishna, then the right amount of salt, spice you would be putting, and then when it comes back, you will, when you taste it, you will see that it's really relishing. Because why? It has been tasted by the Lord, and then you are taking this and you're eating prasad.
But it doesn't happen with me. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'm not in that much good in the cooking. Like I don't have that good measurement while I cook. So I believe like I should taste it first so that I can offer the good taste to Krishna. So this thing always I do. I also always taste before I offer bhog to Krishna. So
No, I mean in
no,
the
yeah,
in the
everybody
scripture.
is not possible. Like it's not possible. Like in the past time, we says that our mothers like used to put the right amount. Like they knows it. They never measure anything, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, I don't think so. Okay, anyone can cook the food with the right amount of everything.
Yeah, I know, but the proper way, the right way, and what is written in the Shastras also is we should prepare everything with love and offer, and then we can taste it. So you can maybe talk to some of the Matajis later on. Maybe they can give you some tips on how they do it, and then you can try it, right? And it doesn't come right away. I mean, maybe with time, you can try it someday. Like try it. What another maybe what I can also suggest, if you there are some devotees who put a little bit of salt aside when you're offering, so you can have a small container and put some salt. So that way, even if there's less salt, Krishna will take it from that. But if you prepared with your heart, even if there was no salt, he will accept it, right? So that's the
But
most
like
important.
according to the health purpose, like doctor says that you should not put the salt over the food. Once it's cooked, it's cooked.
Yeah. No, but it will come slowly.
Okay, thank you so much.
And I think what we say is that gesture, that love and devotion. Krishna is truly like materially not eating the
Yeah.
offering, right? He's going to bless it. So even if you have some mistake, less salt, but if you have that important ingredient, which is love and devotion, Krishna, I tried for you. I may have done some mistake. It may not taste the best, but I tried my best. Just offer it, and gradually, this is my own experience. We all have come a long way, Mataji. It's a very good question in the beginning. Even now also, when we prepare like bhoga offering, I'm always personally afraid of, oh my God, I think the salt is more in the prasadam. But we all pray to Krishna that we did to the best of our ability. So please accept our offering. So that gesture, that thought, which is more important than materially thinking it, that it has to be the tasty prasadam for Krishna. I think that love is there, then he's going to accept it. Thank you. But very good question and very practical.
Yes. Thank you.
Anyone has any other reflection, question?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have
Hare
been
Krishna.
thinking about this question since long time, and I feel today is the right opportunity, might be.
Sure.
So we have been listening to all the Krishna's Leelas and the pastime and his protection towards its devotees.
Mhm.
So I would really like to hear any real-time experience in Kali Yuga. Like as you said, we all have been going through so many challenges in our life. We have come out of it. So how, if anyone has experience that they have prayed to Krishna during their tough time, and how some protection magically, something they have experienced, and that's how they were able to come out of it, and their devotion or the faith towards Krishna has really increased a lot. If you find in today's world, I think somehow, somewhere, we all have started our devotion towards Krishna, might be with the borrowed faith, might be we have seen our grandparents, parents, family member. So we also feel, okay, might be, this is the best way. Krishna is the supreme God and we should pray. We all have started.
Yeah.
But if you ask many of us, I think, do you have any experience? We don't know. Might be some of us, we have seen it, some of not. So I would really like to hear real-time experience from any one of you.
What do you want to start? Like, do you have anything you can share with us? Your personal?
I would like to hear this. Definitely, I have many.
So the question is, has anybody experienced some challenges and then they've seen some changes when they, reached out, you approached the Lord, and then what you have experienced, and if you want to share that with us,
Yeah.
like maybe short and brief. Yeah, there's somebody at the back.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, since childhood, my grandmother has been telling me stories of Lord Krishna, and he's been my friend all along. So, there was a certain time in my life where I was going through a lot of troubles, and I got so angry with Krishna. I said, I'm not going to feed you food, I'm not going to give any offering. There are certain other ways that you could have actually chosen to given me the right path, but you're always giving me hurdles and hardship. So it so happened that this kind of a phase was happening for almost 15-20 days. And then suddenly around 11 o'clock, there was a knock at my door. And this was in Dubai, right? Where at that point there was no ISKCON temple. And I had an invitation for Lord Krishna's birthday. And the person who actually given me the invitation, I actually made food and fed him. But the way that he sat and he was taking each and every nivala was reminding me of Lord Krishna. And then the person was saying, oh, it's such a yummy food. It's been a long time. I never got to eat such wonderful food. It's been quite some time. So for me, it was not the person. It was actually Lord Krishna right in front of me, eating what I prepared and smilingly. So that is how he brought me back.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for being vulnerable, and thank you for sharing your example. It takes guts to share
Yeah.
something as personal and as beautiful like that. Thank you. Anyone else? No? Maybe I'll just add, I think Krishna gives us perspective. The same problem, the same situation, it doesn't look as big as it may have looked if we wouldn't have the knowledge. Also, the knowledge about death. I had, it was a phase for me where I couldn't relate to my dad's passing, and the knowledge about soul, the cycle. I think that gave some peace to the heart that, So I guess Krishna gives you that perspective. The problem is not going to change because your perspective towards the problem is going to change. So the same big problem may not look as big as it would have otherwise if you wouldn't know about Krishna. So it gives that support. And I use that example which I learned last time, Krishna and the demigods. The Krishna is like father. He's going to give you the medicine you need. He's not like demigod who's going to give you what you're asking for. I use that at my home nowadays. I'm like, I'm disciplining you. And I'm not going to give you the video game time you're asking for. It's not good for you. But that's just one example. Someone else wants to share? Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so it is not related to directly to Lord Krishna, but it is my father is great devotee of Lord Hanuman. So he was going he was planning from long time to go to Badrinath and Gangotri, and the plan was keep on getting cancelled, and he was very desperate to go there because he has been to other Char Dhams, but not to Gangotri and Badrinath. So they went to Gangotri, and there my mom, she is very old, right? So she started feeling not well, and then when we reached the Badrinath, she felt very sick, having lung infection and all started. And then my father really felt bad. Like they thought, okay, we have to go back now. There is no possibility that we can go. And he started like he's old, and he said, okay, to God, I tried my best. I came here. Maybe will not come. Maybe next time will come. So he planned for a long time, and So and she was like, there are not many doctors there, not like hospitals there, because Badrinath is not a very big place, a small place. Half of the time it is closed. So, but luckily they got a doctor. Doctor gave her medicine, and in the they were planning to leave in the morning, early morning, so they can go back to Haridwar, and from there, like current Prayag or Haridwar, and from there we can go back. So she started feeling well by 4 o'clock, and then my father stepped out, and there was a like huge queue, like maybe 2-3 hours queue. Just you have to get in, and my father thought, okay, it's not possible now because she's not that well. He stepped out. My father is almost 6'1", 6'2", very heavy. One guy came. He's hardly five foot. He said, "Okay, do you want to go to the darshan?" He said, "Yeah, but it's a big queue." He said, "No, no, don't worry, I will take you." And my father said, "Okay, but my wife is also there." He said, "Don't worry." He took them. He took my father first. Maybe 10-15 minutes. He went there. It was a huge queue. He said, "Okay, they are old people," and so I don't know how he knew someone, and he went there, he got darshan, and then my mother, she went with him, the same guy, he got darshan. The guy was like hardly five. My father still says that he was hardly 5 feet, very lean. I don't know how he lifted my mom, how he lifted my father, but my father started crying, and that's what he always said, that I don't know, maybe he was a Lord Hanuman, like I don't know whether he was like Lord Hanuman, but he sent someone to save their full journey, full day, otherwise they would have come back. So it's a very small thing, but if you understand that, okay, like you have a faith, then you can achieve whatever you want. Means not in materialistic things, but at least towards your goal. So that's what he always shared with me. And
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I think the kids are here. We can
Thank you,
continue.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So we have surprise for you guys, which even everybody, including the. No, that is not surprise. Everybody knows there is a cake. Why the surprise is that? So we can remove this area. We can empty this area, and the kids who just did the Govardhan Hill play can come here. So we are doing in 10 minutes we have come up with the skit of the Govardhan Hill. Yeah, sorry, everybody's there. Just can we just move that corner right now, because it is possible. Yeah, just sitting right now, right now, because yeah. Okay. Where is the Tanvi Mataji?
I'm here, Mataji. Mataji, I'm here. I'll sit and do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shh. You start to prepare. Prabhuji, all of you please go there, so you kids will otherwise bump on you. You also right now just go there. Okay. Just so they can remember the today's festival, we have done little bit memorizing play. So hopefully, whatever they do, please give. It is best. I'm telling you, whatever do, it's the best. You can even move from this also.
On me, gang. Everybody, kids.
Okay.
Okay, we are about to start, kids. Can we all take our positions?
Okay. All kids are ready. Yeah, you can sit down. Start to prepare.
About 5,000 years ago, when the elder people of Braj, including Nanda Maharaj, they were planning to do puja for Lord Indra. Sri Krishna, a child, questioned Nanda Maharaj why they were doing so. Nanda Maharaj explained,
Krishna, Indra gives us rain, so we have to make sure he gives us rain.